Right now the crypto market is watching Ethereum very closely. At the moment, Ethereum is trading around $2,006, and it has pumped roughly 3% today, which has once again brought attention back to the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. Even though a 3% move may look small compared to some altcoin rallies, in the context of a large cap asset like Ethereum, it often signals strengthening momentum and renewed investor confidence. Over the past few weeks, Ethereum has been moving in a volatile but constructive pattern. After experiencing corrections earlier in the market cycle, the asset has begun stabilizing around key support zones. Traders and analysts are now watching whether ETH can maintain strength above the $2,000 psychological level. Historically, round numbers like this often become major battlegrounds between buyers and sellers. One of the main reasons behind today's upward movement is improving sentiment across the broader crypto market. When the overall market becomes slightly bullish, large assets like Ethereum usually attract new capital first before smaller altcoins begin moving. This rotation of liquidity is a normal pattern in crypto cycles. Investors often start with Bitcoin and Ethereum before spreading funds into smaller projects. Another important factor supporting Ethereum's price is institutional interest. Over the past year, traditional financial companies have begun showing stronger interest in Ethereum-based investment products. Institutional investors increasingly recognize Ethereum not only as a cryptocurrency but also as the foundation for decentralized applications, decentralized finance, and tokenized digital assets. Because Ethereum powers thousands of blockchain projects, its long-term value proposition extends far beyond simple price speculation. The Ethereum ecosystem continues to grow rapidly. Decentralized finance platforms, NFT marketplaces, gaming protocols, and Web3 applications still rely heavily on the Ethereum network. Even though alternative blockchains have emerged, Ethereum remains the dominant infrastructure for smart contracts. This dominance creates a powerful network effect. The more developers build on Ethereum, the more valuable the ecosystem becomes. Technological improvements also play a major role in Ethereum's future. Over the past few years, the network has undergone significant upgrades aimed at improving scalability, security, and efficiency. Ethereum's transition toward a proof-of-stake system dramatically reduced energy consumption and strengthened the network's long-term sustainability. This transition also introduced staking rewards, which encourage long-term holding instead of constant selling pressure. Another area attracting attention is Ethereum's Layer 2 ecosystem. Solutions such as rollups and sidechains are designed to reduce transaction costs and increase speed. These technologies allow Ethereum to process more transactions while maintaining security. As Layer 2 networks expand, Ethereum's capacity for real-world applications could increase dramatically. Macroeconomic conditions also influence Ethereum's price. Global financial markets currently face uncertainty related to inflation, interest rates, and economic growth. During times of monetary expansion or currency instability, investors often look toward digital assets as alternative stores of value or technology investments. Ethereum benefits from this trend because it combines financial innovation with programmable blockchain technology. The cryptocurrency market is also heavily influenced by investor psychology. When Ethereum begins showing upward momentum, retail traders often return to the market quickly. Social media discussions, trading volumes, and derivatives activity usually increase during these phases. Today's 3% pump may appear modest, but it often signals the beginning of stronger interest building within the market. Now the most important question investors are asking is where Ethereum could go in the coming years, especially by 2026. Predicting exact prices in crypto is impossible, but analysts typically study market cycles, adoption trends, and historical growth patterns to estimate possible ranges. Ethereum has historically followed Bitcoin's macro cycle while delivering higher percentage gains during strong bull markets. If the broader crypto market enters another strong expansion phase between 2025 and 2026, Ethereum could potentially revisit its previous all-time high levels and move beyond them. In a moderate bull market scenario, many analysts believe Ethereum could trade somewhere between $4,000 and $6,000 by 2026. This projection assumes steady adoption growth, expanding DeFi activity, and continued institutional participation. A stronger bullish scenario could push Ethereum even higher. If decentralized finance expands significantly, Web3 adoption increases, and Ethereum remains the dominant smart contract platform, prices could reach the $7,000 to $10,000 range. Such growth would require strong market liquidity, large institutional inflows, and sustained developer activity within the ecosystem. The most aggressive predictions appear in scenarios where blockchain technology becomes deeply integrated into global financial systems. If Ethereum becomes a core infrastructure layer for tokenized assets, decentralized identity systems, and digital finance, some analysts believe the price could even exceed $12,000 or more by the end of the decade. However, these projections depend heavily on technological adoption and regulatory developments. Of course, risks remain as well. Competition among smart contract platforms continues increasing, with newer networks promising faster speeds and lower transaction fees. While Ethereum still dominates the ecosystem, maintaining that leadership will require continuous innovation and upgrades. Regulation is another factor that could influence Ethereum's long-term trajectory. Governments around the world are still defining how cryptocurrencies will be treated legally. Clear regulations could encourage institutional participation, while restrictive policies could temporarily slow growth. Despite these uncertainties, Ethereum remains one of the most important technologies in the blockchain industry. Its network security, developer ecosystem, and innovation pipeline make it a central pillar of the decentralized economy. At the current price of around $2,006 with a 3% daily pump, Ethereum appears to be entering a phase where buyers are testing whether the market is ready for a larger move. If momentum continues building and the broader crypto market remains positive, ETH could attempt to break above major resistance zones in the coming months. Looking toward 2026, the most realistic outlook from many analysts suggests Ethereum could trade anywhere between $4,000 and $10,000, depending on market conditions, technological progress, and global adoption of decentralized technologies.